What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Maverick Raven. And here we go again, y'all. They just won't leave him alone. They just won't leave him alone. Although this time, there's something kind of crazy, kind of creepy. The U.S. Supreme Court ruling on the Trump ballot case could come as early as tomorrow. You heard it right, folks. March 4th of 2024. They might have an update on whether or not he can actually be on the ballot or removed from the ballot, that type of thing. It's going to be crazy. It says the court issued a rare and unusual update on Sunday. Its schedule. Yeah, Epic Times, get your stuff together. Both Colorado and Maine hold elections Tuesday. The U.S. Supreme Court could issue a ruling as early as March 4th regarding a case that seeks to bar former President Donald Trump from appearing on primary and general election ballots for the 2024 presidential election. Ooh, it's heating up, y'all. It's heating up. The Supreme Court, in an unusual Sunday update to its schedule, didn't specify what ruling it would issue. However, the justices on February 8th heard arguments in the former president's appeal of a ruling in Colorado and are due to issue their decision. See, here's the thing. Justice Roberts, I know that the left calls him a conservative and he's a bought and paid for Bush appointee, blah, 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 whatever. Dude, he is like trying to predict what Justice Roberts will do is like trying to predict the weather times 10. The guy is so flighty. The guy has so many different disappointments that were constitutional issues that should have been night and day easy. Like, hey, look, the sun's outside. Hey, it's day. Hey, look, the moon's outside. It must be night. Like that type of thing. And he just crapped all over the Constitution sometimes. So you gotta watch out, man. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little nervous, and I don't know how this is gonna go. But as far as we're concerned, we're gonna find out tomorrow. Maybe it's looking like it. The Supreme Court. I'm sorry, I apologize. The March 3rd announcement said the opinion will be posted online at 10 a.m. Washington time. The court will not take the bench, it only said on its website. That's kind of to me, and remember, I'm just a conservative pundit on the internet, and I'm some rando to you guys, right? So just take my word with a grain of salt. But I've seen it, I've been watching this type of stuff for a long time, and I gotta tell you, like, you have real conservative judges on there that I don't see how on earth they could rule against Donald Trump. I just don't. I don't see it. Like the thing is that the world has turned so upside down and it's turned into such a clown world that I don't even allow myself to just be like, oh no, of course this is gonna happen the way it should because of course, duh, obviously. Nah, man, that's not the way it works. This country is under attack. It's constantly being hit by all sides. We got illegals coming in that have criminal records, mostly men, mostly military-aged men. They're up to no good here. I'm sorry to tell you. That's not what this video is about, but I'm sorry to tell you. We've got issues coming from, the fact that the Senate can't get along. They don't know what the hell's going on. The Congress can't get along. So, I mean, we've got enough problems. I should be able to look at this and go, nah, look, come on. Amy Coney Barrett, she's going to issue a conservative decision. She's disappointed me. She has done nothing but disappoint me. She just straight up has done nothing but disappoint me. Late last year, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that President Trump is disqualified from appearing on ballots in Colorado, citing an interpretation of the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment provision that stipulates that candidates who engage in an insurrection or rebellion against the United States should be prevented from holding office. Maine's Democratic Secretary of State made a similar decision days later, and a judge in Illinois recently issued a similar ruling to prevent his appearance on the ballot. I'm just gonna say it right off the get. It's not like he was charged or ever even held in a court of law for rebellion, inciting a rebellion, inciting insurrection, none of that. So I don't know. How on earth are you going to take him off the ballot for something that he has not been criminally proven to have done? That's a criminal offense. And I'm telling you this. Remember, guys, I'm a former police officer. You can't, in this country, you can't say, oh, so and so was guilty when the thing never went to trial. You can't say that. You just can't. It's not something you can do. You can literally get sued for defamation if the guy can show, damages being made because of your claim. But, typically and that's why people don't get sued, because if not, it'd be the wild west out here with the lawsuits. If it was easy to prove damages, then it, like I said, wild west, everybody be suing. You said what about me? Nah, you're sued. And everybody would have nothing but pleasant opinions. It would look like the Masked Singer. You know how have you ever watched the Masked Singer? The Masked Singer, no matter how horrible the singer does on that show, everybody has nothing but words of support. You're so much fun. I felt such love, such energy, this and that. It's all one big hippie pride thing, right? Well, that's what the world would be if it wasn't for that. But trust me, the world ain't like that. The amendment was drafted more than 150 years ago after the Civil War, and the court was the first to invoke it. Wow. If you're the first to invoke something after the Civil War, after a law that was enacted after the Civil War because of the Civil War, which I could totally see it. Because if not, you could have literally just said, "Oh, so and so, he started the Civil War. We gotta arrest him." And then you know what the criminal penalty for treason is, right? They hang you until you don't breathe anymore in Minecraft. Anyways, the former president appealed the Colorado court ruling to the Supreme Court, which took up the matter quickly. Oral arguments in the case were heard last month. Notably, the Supreme Court has until now never ruled on the provision, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. The court indicated this weekend that at least one case would be decided on March 4th, although it didn't indicate which one. Oh, please, 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 don't be crazy, don't be crazy. Except for when the end of the term nears in late June, the court almost always issues decisions when the justices are scheduled to take the bench. But the next scheduled court date is March 15th. Is that the day that they're going to... No, never mind. And apart from during the coronavirus pandemic, when the court was closed, the justices almost always read summaries of their opinions in the courtroom. If the resolution of the case comes on March 4th, a day before Super Tuesday primary contests in 16 states, it would remove uncertainty about whether votes for President Trump, the leading Republican candidate for president, will ultimately count. Colorado and Maine are two of the states that will hold its GOP primary during the March 5th Super Tuesday contest. Lawyers for the former president asked the 9 justices to reverse the Colorado court decision because only Congress can make a determination as to who can become president. Man, let me tell you something. Donald Trump is, at least from my memory, I'll say it like this. In recent memory, I can't remember one person other than Donald Trump that has been penalized without a court date like this by the government. Justin Roiland comes to mind because he had all his charges dropped and he still lost everything. All the shows that he created, he lost his video game company, he lost it all. And that guy is a leftist shithead who's a moron. Let me tell you, that guy hates conservatives like me. But he shouldn't have lost everything, and he lost everything. But that wasn't the government that came and penalized him. It was private companies that didn't want, the bad look, that maybe this guy is a piece of crap. Let me get him out of here, that type of stuff. Not Donald Trump. Donald Trump literally has the government coming after him saying you can't run for president. Let the people decide, all right? Let the people decide. Justice Thomas, I know you're going to hold it down. Justice Alito, I know you're going to hold it down. I know you guys are going to hold it down. It's the other 4 conservative justices that I worry about. And I say conservative with these finger quotes because you know that they have been up to some shenanigans. But what can you do? Anyways, be good to each other, be safe, and as always, stay based.